Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about a little bit about construction, new construction in the Philippines. As you know, I had a small house built and I'm having a fence put in now. But here in the Philippines, one of the hardest things, believe it or not, is find people that want to work here also. You have a lot of people that actually lay up in bed and don't want to work. So the best way to do construction in the Philippines is contract. Now, how do you find the right builder? That is the hardest thing also. So word of mouth is always best. Family, friends, sometimes they can recommend someone, but not all the time are they someone that you can depend on to do the right job for you and to take care of your needs. For an example, I had a gentleman that I furnished all the materials, and he said he could do the fence for 12,000 peso, which is a fantastic price. And it's put in 3 blocks concrete, 1 block down in the ground, 2 blocks on top, with they call it cyclone fence, which chain link fence here with rebar, of course, all the way through with concrete. Probably we're looking at, I estimated probably about 10 to 15 days. He was at the 15-day mark, and he was only 3/4 of the way through. The problem was he got sick, and he had to leave the project. So I hired a new crew. They started today. But being American, they see that you think that you have money, so they say, well, I need 3 wood, I need 2 more this, I need 2 more that, 10 more bags of concrete. So what you have to do in the Philippines, you just have to tell them straight out, this is what you have, this is what you're going to work with, because sometimes they think that you've not been through the things that you've been through in your life. So any kind of construction, you have to be very careful, and you have to be watchful every day. You have to be on the job. You have to be aware of what's going on. Now, a lot of them, when you contract, you do not have to furnish food. Believe it or not, in the Philippines, if you hire them per day, you have to give them lunch. You have to give them snack in the morning and snack in the afternoons, which I've never heard of in my life. Go figure. But contract is contract. So when you get somebody on contract, it's just their responsibility to feed themselves. But the problem with contract is they always need something. They always want something. They think there's unlimited supply of money. So what you have to do, you have to set up front rules and regulations. This is what it's going to take. And you have to do some research yourself. You got to know exactly how many bags of concrete you think you're going to use. Now, if you're going to be off 5 bags or 8 bags or 10 bags of concrete, it's not going to kill you. You're talking $20 US. But at the end of the day, it does add up. That today, for an example, they needed this, they needed that, and I'm spending $40. And of course now another $40 on items that they need that I did not think of and I was not aware of, and I forgot about it, honestly. Not a problem, but something you need to be aware of is please be careful when you assign someone, when you shake their hand for an agreement. Do not give them cash up front, because they'll require cash up front. Do not give them cash up front because they'll say, I need an advance. Now, some of the workers that you do on a contract, they'll ask you, I need advance. Well, you're best not to give advance. You're better off say, I'm not giving you any advance. I'm not giving you any money up front. How long is it going to take you to do this project? Now, you need to ask them. Here in the Philippines, they don't figure per day. They figure per need. In the Philippines, they work for the need, not for the future. In other words, they only work for the day, and they don't worry about next week, next year, next month in a lot of cases, because it's easier for them to say, okay, I just need 300 or 500 peso today, or I need 1,000 today to pay my workers and myself, and then that's what they're concerned about. They think they can do it in 3 days or 5 days, and in a lot of cases, I've hired 6 contractors. Out of the 6 contractors, 2 have done such a wonderful job and did exactly what they said they're going to do. The other 4 didn't show up, even though I was under contract. They want advance immediately once they do the contract. And the contract's not a piece of paper, it's just shaking hand. So you just have to be aware. Do your due diligence. Do some research on through family and friends, find out who they are, how quick they work, how quick it's going to take them to finish the job. Something that you know, and as well as I do, in U.S. you can get done in 1-2 days. It's not the same here. Just if it's a 2-day project, 3-day project in the U.S., figure it's going to take them 10 days here. It's not like they work differently here because, like I said, they take breaks. Sometimes they take a siesta at noon. Even though it's contract, it's still a deal, and they'll work 4 hours, 6 hours a day. So you're only getting 4 to 5, maybe 6 if you're lucky, a day out of your workers. Now what happens, granted it rains, and it rains a lot here. So a lot of times their day stops at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So you have to be aware, you have to plan that in yourself also. And sometimes it rains at 1 o'clock. So, and they have to stop because when it rains here, it rains here. It's not like it's over in 10 minutes like it was in Florida. It rains and it's over in, sometimes 2-3 hours. So you're just better off, you see rain coming, just start buttoning up the project and let them go home. But I just want everybody to be aware. Just do your due diligence. Find out who the contractor is, his background, how much work he's done, and make sure you get a price up front. Don't give them any money up front. Make sure that they have all the materials needed, and then let them do the work and get it done as quickly as possible. And ask them, I need to know how long it's going to take you to do this project. And if they'll give you a date, check about 3 days. But always keep an eye on what they're doing. Always keep an eye on how far along. You can't just necessarily leave and come back and everything's fine. It doesn't work that way, because you'll leave and you come back, they're taking a break. Even on a contract. Because sometimes you'll get a contractor hit you. I had one do that to me. They'll hit you up, oh, I finished the project. No, you didn't. You still have, this needs to be done, this needs this, what can I have in advance? So they'll have them always constantly ask you for advance. And what they're doing, they're paying their motorcycle payment, they're paying the payments up front for rice and food and things like that. Granted, I understand that. But where I'm at, it's native. And it's not like we're in Cebu, we're in Manila, we're in Dumaguete, or Bohol, or anywhere like that, where you have readily available people that just do it every day. And they do a contract and they're on the next project next week, Here, these guys get through with this fence. They might not do work for 3-4 months unless they're cutting sugarcane out in the field. So it's not like they build a fence every day. So they'll do this fence, and they may not do a fence rest of their life unless it's on their property. So please be aware. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe and like.